Alright guys, I want to catch up with you on this crypto market. So this is altcoin index. So we have this impulse from the top, 3 wheels up between the 50 and 618 at this resistance level here. To be honest, I was hoping for more upside, like to the 618, and also to retest this EMA, like we did the previous breakdown last year in September, right, where we had the breakdown, retest to the 618 resistance level, EMA. So this time, unfortunately, we did not have this, and since then we had a messy structure. But the point is, we had this level, we hit it as resistance twice, we failed twice to break through it. We had this support, we touched it once, 2, 3, it's the 4th time. The more we touch it, less likely it's going to hold. So also at this point, I'm sure a lot of people start to look at this like as some sort of head and shoulder pattern, which is kind of bearish. This also kind of look like a descending triangle. So yeah, I don't think this support is gonna hold once more, and I mean, we have the 618 level after, right, which comes from when you take this pull, but to be honest, I would not be surprised now if we come to revisit the lows like we did back in September here. So let's take a look at total 2 now, so altcoin market cap. It's a very, very similar chart, right? So 5 was down, 3 was up. Here we did retest the EMA. And the same resistance level here, tested twice, some support, 4th test. On the way, head and shoulder pattern, descending triangle, doesn't look super hot. Yeah, so same thing, likely it's headed towards the fact that we're gonna retest this thing here. This is a 382 level right there, which is standard level for wave 4. So for now, we still have margin for, before worrying about this being a wave 4 or not. We can go all the way down here without a problem and still be completely in the guideline for wave 4. So that's for this altcoin index. I mean, I've been a bit bullish at one point because a lot of alts had really good looks, like AAVE, for example, where you had this breakdown from the top, and then this move and 3 waves down here. 3 waves down contained within a parallel channel like this at the 618 level. So typically it's a really, really good setup that you want to long here, and it really makes total sense to think when you see something like this that it's gonna be a AAVE and C-up collective structure with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. Here it looked like a 5 as well, so that looked very, very good. But thing, when you have a setup which looks that good and it fails, like meaning you take out this low just after, instead of going up for you seeing 5 waves like this, it's really not a good sign at all. It denotes a lot of bearishness in the market, because this type of setup is just, it's a really, really good type of setup. And yeah, seeing it fail like this, it's not the best thing. We had something very similar on Link, right, with this 3 waves done in a parallel channel as well, at the 618 level as well. So in the case of Link, yeah, 618 here, in the case of Link we did not invalidate yet, like we did not take out this low yet, but seeing how it played out on AAVE, I think it's likely that the same thing is gonna happen here. So yeah, I mean, if there was some other coins like Neo as well, Neo is really good setup. Let's see Neo. So 3 waves done as well within a parallel channel like this. Oh, actually the channel was not that good. that you add this to the 618 level, then this and this move as well, which you add this horizontal, this diagonal here, trend line, right? So you hit 1, 2, 3, and it was the fourth hit here. Here you add the 618 from this move, and this move was up to this point kind of contained within a channel. So you add this confluence of this channel plus this 618 plus this red trend line plus this kind of impulse 3 waves move done. So that looked like a really good setup as well, and when it fails like miserably like this type of setup where you have a huge amount of confluence to go along, it's not a really good sign for being bullish in this market. Yeah, for Bitcoin, before I start the TA, I just want to show you the psychology of the market right now. So we had this huge move up which attracted a lot of new people, new interest, new money. Then all these liquidation dumps which drained a lot of this new money already. Another way to drain the money of people is just to go sideways for a long period of time. And this works really well. This drains people who are over trading. Trading too much in this sideways, you're gonna get chopped. Even like the good traders in this mess, they're getting chopped. So really, like, I think like the biggest danger right now is over trading in this mess. Like, I would really advise against it. And then you have the impatient money, which is gonna lose interest over time because we're gonna be in this mess for weeks again still. And then once all the new moving money is gonna be out, then we're gonna send it most likely again to a new all-time high before this bull cycle ends. But keep this in mind because it's really how the market works. Like, if you try to be clever in this shit, you're gonna get destroyed. You have to wait. Use this time like for some stuff useful, like I don't know, study the market. I mean, do useful stuff that you need time to do. And try to be productive, but like trying to trade this market in this choppy condition is probably not the best way to be productive. So yeah. Okay, so Bitcoin. Before we speak about Elliott wave, well, 55 weekly EMA in support. I thought we would go and retest this green EMA at the 50k level. Maybe we still are going to do it. And though at this stage it looks a bit dicey, because it's really like something that once it breaks to the downside is retested as a resistance, right? Like we did a lot during preceding bear market, or even during the bear market of 2014. So that would have made a lot of sense with this resistance level as well at the same level. And also I think it's where the 618 stands, more or less, yes. So that would have made quite a lot of sense. Maybe we still will. I mean, for now it doesn't look so hot. I mean, we've been in a sideways now for 1 month. So I hope you did not overtrade this too much, because it's really, like if you want to trade with low size position, you know. Actually, yeah, 1 month now, 1 month of up down, up down, up down, up down. I mean, it's really hard market to trade, really unpredictable. So about the Elliott wave current, so the bearish current, it's this 1, 2, this was 3, WXY double zigzag. This move like up to the upside looks like a 3 waves move. So for wave 4 here, and we are gonna finish wave 5 to the downside somewhere here. I don't like this current, because for me like wave 4 is too complicated. Like this current WXY with this A, triangle B, C, zigzag in the X is just it's too complicated, and usually when it's too complicated it just doesn't work. So that's why, I'm not so hot about this bearish perspective on Bitcoin. At the same time, I have to acknowledge that this move to the upside is a free wave, so it's corrective, but it doesn't mean that we have to go to new lows now. And so let me show you what I was thinking. On the bullish side of things, I'm gonna hide the EMA. Yes, on the bullish side of things, I was really considering this with the end of the free here, and the reason why is because of this liquidation data, okay, which I took from this buybt.com/liquidation data. Okay, it's the site of Bybit. You can have access to this liquidation, so I just copied and pasted it on the chart, because you have to understand, like, the thing, Elliott wave rules and guidelines, they've been derivated and observed on the S&P 500 at a time where you could trade the S&P 500 with a leverage of 1. Okay, now we have crypto, which is 24/7 market, where everybody in the world can trade it, and where almost every single exchange offers 100x leverage to its clients. So this, it's not the same condition at all that we have now, and because of this, you have these huge cascades of liquidation which happen when the market takes retails by surprise, like to the downside, like this. Okay, all these huge wicks that you see, this, and this, it's liquidation cascade. And for this reason, I thought, there was a case to be made to just ignore all those wicks, and actually when you do ignore them, it looks kind of nice, because actually all those wicks tend to happen in the wave 3, and more so often in the wave 3 or 3. Let me show you this, right? So 1, 2, this is wave 3 here, 4, and then it leads to a truncation of your wave 5. Same thing here, okay? Your wave 3, then 4, truncation. And so I was thinking, maybe it makes sense to actually discount all those huge liquidation wicks, because we're talking about historical all-time high liquidations on Bitcoin, which happened during the month of April and May. So I thought this could make sense. And so when you do hide all those wicks, actually it looks quite nice. It looks nicer to me in terms of Elliott wave, right? And you could make a case in this case to have your third finishing here, then 4, 5, and to have this as a completed impulse from the upside, which might still be the case. And then, after an impulse, we need to have correction move. So at this stage, since this looks like a free wave, the only way to have corrective move, which is gonna bring us to this area of around the 50k that we want, would be to have the double zigzag. Okay, so I just took this structure here and reported it here. So that's still possible. We're still above the 618 level here. So yeah, on Bitcoin, I'm more so neutral. The problem really is altcoins, which don't look so hot to me right now, because the indexes of alts don't look great. Looks like we have to break down. A lot of alts had really good bullish setup, which failed, which is not a good sign either. So yeah, I have to be like, really, I was really thinking that we would go up to this level on Bitcoin. Alts don't look so great, so overall right now I'm also like neutral. I'm not looking into overtrade this market until I see something which is gonna be really clear, like, you know. And for me, like, clarity would be, for example, on this altcoin index to have this like a 3, 4, and 5. I mean, if we have something like this, that would be amazing, to be honest, to long something like this at this level. I don't know if it's what's going on, because this first structure from the top looks quite horrible as an impulse. So I don't know, it could be this, could be something else. But yeah, like this look on the altcoin index doesn't make me want to long anything anymore at this stage. So it's more like wait and see for me at this stage. Alright, that's it for today. Have a great weekend, guys, and see you next time.